Mix steps in here. Except for step one. Use one of those in half wheels and both cars. You can split that this morning if you want. Okay, good morning. It's PCT day 36. We're at mile 30. No, why do I keep saying that? 383.9. Just headed out now. We're leaving, I think it's Little Jimmy Campground. This place was packed. I'll flip it around. Hiker down there and there. Hikers down there. But you can, there's a guy up on the hill. There's bear boxes here because it's a bear area. So you put your food in there at night. But basically what you see, imagine that times about 5 is what there was. So most people have already headed out. Dad headed down that way to trail. Hard to find a place to go to the bathroom because there's no pit toilets here, and there's tents everywhere, so you got to hike quite a ways. So anyway, we got that closed section. I think we still have 6 miles. Got to walk down to the road, and then we got a closed section for the endangered species, the frogs or something like that coming up. And then we got to do a long road walk today. The closest reporting station is Aqua Dulce, and it's supposed to be 90 today. So it won't be up here, but it's still going to be a warm one, and we're going into some warm weather. So let's go. Parking lot down there. Remember it, because when I can breathe again, I'm going to talk to you about it. Oh, gosh, dang it. Okay, we're finally on the downhill. Took a break. Can breathe again. Here we go. So you saw that parking lot down there. Behind it, if you go back and look, behind it there's a big mountain. That's what we climbed down from this morning from our campsite. We're way up top. Climb all the way down, get to the parking lot. There's a big group of day hikers, kids that looked like on some kind of field trip or whatever, headed up to Baden Powell where we just were yesterday. A bunch of PCT hikers kind of gathered around a couple picnic tables, and there's a pit toilet, and all just kind of taking a break before we head on. So as we kind of watch everyone leave, some people head on up the PCT, and some people hit the road. And we're like, is this the section where the endangered frogs or whatever? And so we look, and no, that's not till further up. So why are they road walking already? So we found a map, and sure enough, you can road walk next to the trail. Like, well, we already have a big section for the endangered frogs we got to road walk today, and we're going to road walk further than that because of the ski shop or ski lodge or whatever it is might have trail magic. So like, well, even more road walking, because just those two sections alone later today, like 12 miles of road walking. Supposedly there's like sports cars and motorcycles that come up here out of LA racing up in the hills, so it's a little dangerous on the road. It's also exposed, not as many trees, not as much shade, and it's blacktop. It's hot. So the combination of all that, 12 miles is going to be plenty of road walking. So like, we'll just do the trail when we can, and then when we're going to get off later, that's plenty of road walking. We don't want to add, I don't know what it was, 4 or 5 more miles of road walking. Plus the road looked a little steep. So then we looked at the Far Out app and the elevation on the PCT. And we never look at that too much because it can just get you depressed and break your spirits for the day. To see how much pointless up and downs, which the PCT is known for. And this trail is pretty darn stupid. I mean, I get it. It was pieced together. I get the reality of it. I'm just complaining as a hiker. I get the reality. It was pieced together from existing trails that are already here. But there's so much pointless up and down sections where you go down just to go back up. You could have easily gone a different way or walked the ridgeline or whatever. We've had so many times we've walked all the way down to the desert floor just to hike all the way back up. But you can't tell me there's not a circular ridgeline or something where you wouldn't have to quite lose that elevation. And on top of that, San Jacinto. The PCT officially doesn't summit San Jacinto. It skirts it. So you have all that climbing just to skirt the top of the mountain. Same thing with Baden-Powell. You have all that climbing just to not go to the top of the mountain. And to me, you can make the argument, if the PCT went all the way to the top, hey, the reason we took you all the way to the top is so you could summit and see this beautiful view, 360 views and all that. And so we brought you back down. At least that's an argument to be made. But when you don't go all the way to the top, when you have to take an alternate trail to get to the top, why are we taking this trail all the way to this elevation, partially 3/4 of the way to the top, just to go back down? It's just crazy. But I think today takes the cake. So we looked at the elevation, but not too in depth, just, oh, it's 1,000 feet gain in this next little section. But we're gonna do a lot of road walking. Let's just do the 1,000 foot, whatever. So we start, and 30 minutes in, we know this is a huge mistake because it's just constant elevation gain. Like, there's no switchbacks, it's just up, up, up. And then over less than, I think, 1.5 miles, we gained like 1,000 feet elevation, which, if you know, that's just, it's just straight up. It's just crazy. And we're thinking most of the elevation is behind us after doing Baden-Powell yesterday. So just straight up. It goes on forever. Circles around the backside of this mountain, all just to come right back to the road. Now we're doing all the downhill, the same distance, all to go right back to the road. So not only is the road 2 miles shorter, I believe, than the PCT, but the elevation gain for the road from that point to the other is only like 400 feet, where here we gained 1,000 feet just to then drop 1,000 feet. And climbing is hard on the lungs and the legs, but downhill it's hard on the knees. It's just brutal. For what? And there was kind of like a little mountain peak up there. Same thing. The PCT didn't go to the top of it. It skirts below it, and there's an alternate if you want to go to the top. So it just makes absolutely no sense. This trail, it's trying to kill us some days for just no reason. So that's my rant. Thanks for listening. See you down trail. Basically, my point was we should have taken the road. And I am all for purists and hike every bit of trail that's open. Absolutely. But stuff like that, where you have a road that's shorter, that's flatter, you're not missing out on any major views of stuff you haven't already seen, and you can walk that versus 1,000 feet up, 1,000 feet back down, not even to summit what's there, not even to see the panoramic view, not even to see the very top. Sorry, you're not encouraging people to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it every mile, because that's just stupid. That just makes no sense. Like, why are you gonna add that to all the ups and downs that we have to do that are necessary? You know, that there are no other way around. Lunchtime on the old mountain. Tortillas, string cheese, and Nick's sticks. Look at that. To save the frogs begins. Here they come. Road walk, which was as advertised. Hot, uphill, flat, dangerous. Did have a little bit of water trail magic and a little flowing stream that we stopped at. So, and I think it was probably shorter overall than the closed section anyway. So, back on trail. Looks like a good place to die. $400 and
pine cones.
400. I think the pine cone one's better light.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. end of PCT day 36. We're at mile 401.6, and that puts us at about 17.7 for the day. So not our longest day, but I think it's our second or third longest day so far on trail. You heard about the pointless up and downs early this morning, and then we had to avoid the frog closure and do the road walk, which was pretty sketch and dangerous with all the cars speeding on it. Let's see, after that we got back to the PCT. The temperature just continued to get hot. We took a good long break in the shade there, waited for it to cool off a little bit, and then we did a couple, I don't know, 3 or 4 more miles past the 400 mark, so we're 400 miles in now, and hiked about to water spigot, and just before then set up camp here in this not official campsite area. Setting up the tent there. Nope, my tent's there. So yeah, no real plan for tomorrow. We're still at least, I think, at least 4 days out of Aqua Dulce before our next resupply and 0 day. So as many miles as we can do, but we're just wary about the heat because it got really hot today, and we're getting lower and lower, and it's only going to get hotter as we go. So we're going to try to get up. It just depends because we're so just beat from today, which we expected today to be an easier day after we already did Baden Powell. Like, oh, now it's going to end. It was not. It was brutal. We got a lot of miles, but it was brutal. So we don't know what tomorrow will bring. We don't know how late we'll sleep in because of how tired we are. But if we can get up early and get ahead of some of the heat, and then take a long break, and then do some later in the day, that might be just our plan going forward as it's supposed to get progressively hotter as we kind of reach the real desert. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for following along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments on the videos. I really appreciate it. All your guys' support means the world. Keeps us going out here, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.